Hey guys, Pinky Marie here, bringing you the start of my official Pinky Plays Fallout 4. So today, I probably won't be... I've played most of this before, so I'm going to try not to spoil anything for you guys in case you haven't seen it. I realise that's unlikely, but just in case, I'm going to try not to spoil it. Okay, so for this episode, because a lot of it is the introduction to the game, I'm going to not talk much probably, but we'll see. I also realised, I re-listened to my previous GTA stream, and I realised that I'm probably going to need to get a better mic at some point, because this one isn't clear enough and I sound totally different in real life to what I do when I'm recording. So anyway, I have two characters, Gage from the Borderlands 2 and Zero the Assassin from Borderlands 2. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a new save, and basically this is part 1, but I plan to be bringing you Fallout videos quite often until it's finished. These ones will be numbered till I finish the story, and then after that I will probably just start doing ones that aren't numbered. Though if I do recordings that are not story based, then I will probably end up still maybe uploading, like say if I'm customizing the base first halfway through finishing the main campaign, that kind of thing, the main story of the game. I will probably end up just not giving them a part number and just calling it Pinky Upgrades, the base or whatever, the settlement. Now I'm going to be playing the female character rather. Male, what the fuck. I'm going to be playing the female character, and I'm going to try and not have the radio playing too much in Fallout because I don't own the rights and I don't want to get copyrighted. Basically.
War. War never changes. In the year 1945, my great-great-grandfather, serving in the army, wondered when he'd get to go home to his wife and the son he'd never seen. He got his wish when the US ended World War II by dropping atomic bombs on Hiroshima and Nagasaki. The world awaited Armageddon. Instead, something miraculous happened. We began to use atomic energy not as a weapon, but as a nearly limitless source of power. People enjoyed luxuries once thought the realm of science fiction. Domestic robots, fusion-powered cars, portable computers. But then, in the 21st century, people awoke from the American dream. Years of consumption led to shortages of every major resource. The entire world unraveled. Peace became a distant memory. It is now the year 2077. We stand on the brink of total war. And I am afraid. For myself, for my wife, for my infant son. Because if my time in the army taught me one thing, it's that war never changes.
Okay guys, so this is a character customization. I should state, the reason Fallout only has like...
War never changes.
You're gonna knock him dead at the Veterans Hall tonight, hun.
You think?
Absolutely. Now get ready and stop hogging the mirror.
Right.
Okay, so we have the two main protagonists, Nate and Nora. I will be playing Nora, but you can choose different names. Some names Codsworth actually recognizes. He doesn't recognize Pinky, but he does recognize Marie. So I usually call my character Pinky Marie, and then Codsworth will come up and go, Miss Marie, which is quite cool. So what I'm gonna do, I mean, this makes no difference whatsoever, whatever character I choose the male to be, since I'm playing the girl. But still, I'll go for a typical Dreadnought-esque look. So a big muscly guy, basically, that's old and grey hair. I'm only gonna very briefly touch what the male character will look like. And for me, that's good enough, so I'm gonna press triangle to change my
Hey, my turn,
sex,
big guy.
aka my gender, to be the female character, which I'm going to be. I will have a look for... Actually, for you guys, I will show you
in here.
the presets for male characters as well as the females. So presets are... Face 1 is standard Nate. We have face 2. Face 3. Face 4. Pardon me. Face 5. Which is kinda Grognak-like. Face 6. Face 7. Face 8. Face 9. Face 10. Actually, that's the Grognak one. My bad. Face 11. Face 12. Which I believe is Japanese. Like a samurai-esque kind of appearance. Face 13. Face 14, which is kinda like a mercenary or one of the gunners. And face 15, which is the one I always pick. I don't know why, I just... facially, structure-wise, I think that's the best face. Anyway, so that's the male faces. You can change stuff like the facial hair and the hairs and stuff, but I'm not going to go too much into detail for that. So I'm going to pick the female character, Nora, again. Otherwise known as me, Pinky Marie. I'm still not decided what faction I'm going to join. I'm kinda still thinking the Institute, but we will see. So face 1 is the standard Nora. We have face 2. Face 3. Face 4. That kinda looks like Chinese or something. Please forgive me if I'm wrong. Face 5. Face 6. Face 7. Let me go. No. Face 7. Wait, what was on face 6? Face 6. Face 7. Face 8. Sorry about that, that was my flatmate nipping in for a second, asking me if I want a sandwich yet. I was like, no, I'm recording. Face 9. Face 10. Face 11. Face 12. Face 13. Face 14. And face 15. Now, because I have all the downloads for this game, there is, with one of them, there's a kind of a barber's chair and a surgery chair that you can place in your settlements. So whatever I pick right at this point is not hypercritical. Like, I can pick something that looks kinda naff and then edit it later. But all the same, I want to get it as close to perfect as possible. So we're going to go with this face. If I go to extras by pressing square, then I remove it gets rid of all the makeup, which means I can then set my own makeup. So I want lipstick. So if I click apply that, then I can change the colour. Guys, you know what colour I'm going to pick. Guys and girls. I mean, it's in the name. So if I start at 1, I will go through the colours just so you can see. 3, I might go for 3. Although 7's kinda nice too. 11 is kinda nice, but it's a bit too vibrant in my opinion. Though 7 is kinda like the lipstick I wear. When I actually bother to put some on. So we were saying 7. Oh, it wasn't 7, it was 11. That's what I was on about. 7's kind of decent. 11's kind of what I would wear. And 3's kind of pale lips. Actually, I am gonna go for 11 for now. So if I leave that, then I choose what eyeliner I want. I don't really use eyeliner because I end up stabbing myself in the eye and I'm not that great at it. But I want to kind of go for something understated. Maybe that one. So I click apply that with square. Then I have my eyeshadow free. Let's apply this. I'll just go through the colours quickly. I don't know which I like more, that one. Or was it? Or 10. 10's slightly more lavender and slightly less pink, I think. Problem is my character ends up looking like kind of a prostitute because of the pink eyeshadow and the pink lipstick. It's kind of bad, but you know. So in real life, like, ever since I first started wearing makeup, I used to always put it on the top and the bottom like this. But I mean, that's a bit, like, most people in Northern Ireland, where I live now, don't do that, they just have the top like that. I can never make my mind up which I prefer. Like, every time I put makeup on both sides, my eyes just stick out too much. So I'm thinking just the top one. It's kind of what I'm used to nowadays. So if I press accept, because that's all I want to add for the makeup.
I still got it.
Okay, so back. Then we go face. Let's change the forehead and make it smooth. As you see, less wrinkles.
So pretty.
What I also do is, where's the face lower here? Where is it? I just had it there. So I click X to sculpt it and then I make it a little... Actually, let's try that again. I usually make her face a little shorter. Like that. And the forehead, I also do that too. I make it smaller. Because as you can see, you can make it bigger or smaller. So I kind of try and make her as feminine as possible, like the nose.
Such a cute nose.
Isn't actually that bad. Oh god, that one is. No offense to anyone that looks like that.
Sweetie, you like my nose, right?
Actually, I like the nose as the standard. Okay, so now we go to the hair. And we can change the colour. I'll go through the colours. With one of the downloads you get more colours, but you can only do that after your main creation of your character. I think it's the Nuka World DLC, you can get colours that aren't natural that you have to dye your hair to get. So to be fair, platinum blonde for most people is not natural. I have like brown hair, very dark brown hair. In real life my hair's kinda like that, almost black. But I actually like chestnut brown. I like it so colourful.
Blonde, brunette, purple. It all looks good on you.
So I'll go for the hairs for the girl since... Yeah, Sound and Fury, Enlisted, Short Crop, Stunning Intellect, Natural Beauty. I don't see how, but okay. Public Defender, that's... makes it sound like a lawyer or a cop. Like a defense lawyer. No Nonsense, Frazzled. Wendy the Welder, which is the hair that Amata in Fallout 3 has, I believe. The Sophisticate, which is like Madison Lee from Fallout 3. So Sultry. I don't really like that one. Or that one, Parisian Bob. I'm probably gonna say this wrong, but there's two ways that I think it might be spelled, pronounced. Summa cum laude, or summa cum laude, or lauda. Actually, that's free. There you go. I kind of like that, but I'm not gonna pick it. I have that when I create my teddy bear Jess on computer games, which sounds weird, but It works. Anyway, I've got unscrupulous, crazy morning, rough night, on the go, which I like. Femme fatale. That kind of, if that, look, say if I pick this, and then I make it blonde, for some reason that reminds me of Avril Lavigne in some of her styles. I'm probably going to go for fairy tales, but I'm not sure. So fairy tales is obviously pigtails, which I love pigtails. Young at heart, picket fences, no apologies, Agent X, Miss Noir, evening out, elegant, which is her standard hairstyle. I'm always torn between pigtails and a ponytail. But I'll tell you what guys, I have a ponytail in real life at the minute, so I'm going to go for young at heart.
Did you color your hair?
Yeah, it was dark brown before. Did you not notice? Okay, so body type, let's go back, which is circle. I kind of want a little muscle, because in real life I have a little muscle, but I don't want to be like, I don't know, like a Titan woman, like the women you used to see on the film, TV show Gladiators. I also kind of want to be thin, so I'm going to go like here. I think that's a reasonable place. Okay, so for now I think that's everything. So there's going to be a little story related stuff in a second, so I'm going to try and be quiet for that, so you guys can hear okay. And again, I apologize for the music in the background. I have no control over it at the minute, so I don't own the rights either. So if I press options, ask me do I want to confirm, I press OK. I'm pretty satisfied with how I look. I already had brown eyes, so that's good. I have hazel eyes in real life, but really I just think they're really dark brown. Anyway, onwards and upwards.
Ah, good morning, Mum. Your coffee, 173.5 degrees Fahrenheit, brewed to perfection. And today's newspaper just delivered.
Thank you, I'll take the coffee
Thanks,
first.
Cogsworth.
Of course, Mum.
Taking the coffee doesn't really do anything. I can't drink it. I can go into third person now. Sufficient. I should have changed the eyelash type, but oh well, I can do that later.
More of the same.
I'm actually, for you guys, I'm going to walk around and see stuff.
Ah, sounds like someone made a sticky. I shall attend to young Shaw.
You know we were nervous at first.
Oh yeah, the
I'm glad we got Codsworth.
if you're wondering why my heads-up display is pink instead of the usual green, you go to settings and display here, and you can change the HUD opacity, so that's how clear it is on the screen, so you can make it like there's no heads-up display at all. And then you can change the colour of the heads-up display, and you can also change the colour of your Pip-Boy as a separate thing. So I have mine all pink, and I try to go for the same pink for both. But say if I wanted, I could have a green Pip-Boy still, and have the HUD. Or I could have a pink Pip-Boy with a green HUD, etc. Yeah. So I am going to explore around here a little and let you see stuff.
Grognak the Barbarian and the Jungle of the Bat Babies.
So his backstory is that he was a soldier at Nate's, and Nora's is that she was a law diploma graduate or something. I don't know the phrase. So if you see here, Suffolk County School of Law, Boston, Massachusetts, which is where Fallout 4 is set. Juris Doctor.
It's that salesman again. I don't know why he keeps bothering me.
You can wait a minute.
A lot of late nights. It was worth it.
And this is the American flag, which is to do with Nate,
Good old US of A.
I think. I don't know that there's that much you can explore here. There's a Mr. Handy box and some stuff.
Another fine product of General Atomics International.
That's the fact I always forget. They're the people that make Mr. Handy, aka Codsworth.
Abraxo for all your cleaning needs.
So it looks like Nate was probably fixing that. I actually like these modernized houses. This is where we've started. And we were doing our character creation. This is Sean's bedroom. We'll go there in a sec.
No need to get dressed twice.
There's Nate's military fatigues.
I'm so proud of him.
He's still there. I'm kind of impressed.
Instamash, fancy lad snack cakes, Blamco mac and cheese. Expires in... never. Hun?
Can you get the door? Whenever I answer, he just asks for you over and over. Well, now I just want to know who's going to give up first. Us or him?
Okay. Oh, you can actually play radio songs in this as well. And it works like your Pip-Boy later. Okay, I better answer the door.
Good morning. Vault-Tec calling.
Good morning.
Isn't it? Just look at that sky out there. You can't begin to know how happy I am to finally speak with you. I've been trying for days. It's a matter of utmost urgency, I assure you.
It is. In that case, I'm glad you're here.
Then I'm glad I opened the door.
Oh, me too. You have no idea. Now, I know you're a busy woman, so I won't take up much of your time. Time being, a precious commodity. I'm here today to tell you
He doesn't know the
that
alphabet.
because of your family's service to our country, you have been pre-selected for entrance into the local vault. Vault 111.
But I have a family. You can fit us all, right?
Of course, of course. Minus your robot, naturally. In fact, you're already cleared for entrance. It's just a matter of verifying some information. Don't want there to be any holdups in the unforeseen event of total atomic annihilation. Won't take but a moment.
So if you heard, Codsworth can't come to the vault with us. Which, having played the game quite a lot, I don't really understand why he couldn't. Which I'll touch up probably in a little bit. So yes.
Sure. Let's do it.
Splendid! Splendid. Now, let's see.
So let's start with the name. I hope this doesn't mess up and not record. That would be annoying. So basically you can have everything set to 4. That's literally like if you wanted. I plan to be quite charismatic. I never bother with luck, although luck is good because luck affects how fast your critical hits charge in combat. Charisma is about speaking to people. Perception's good for VATS, and I believe it increases how quickly you see enemies on a compass, like how far the thing reaches. Charisma needs to be 6 if I remember. Endurance, I don't really need that much. Intelligence increases how much experience points you get, so that how fast you level up. So that's good. Strength increases how much you can carry. Endurance is how much health you have and how fast you get exhausted from sprinting. Agility obviously it says it is a measure of your overall finesse and reflexes. I'm not entirely sure that it makes you walk faster, but agility does make you better at sneaking. And look, it just affects everything slightly. So I have 1 point available, so... Agility.
Wonderful. That's everything. Just gonna walk this over to the vault. Congratulations on being prepared for the future.
Thanks again.
Hey, it's peace of mind. That's worth a little paperwork, right?
For you and Sean, no price is too high.
Good answer.
I have my moments.
Miss Marie, Sean has been changed, but he absolutely...
There you go, he's saying it already.
Down. I think he needs some of that maternal affection you seem to be so good at.
Go ahead, honey. I'll be there in a second to help, okay?
Okay. Just a little tidbit of information. If you're playing the male character, instead of maternal, he says paternal. Paternal, meaning father, and maternal means mother. Or motherly love kind of thing. Just I thought I'd mention that because it was interesting to me. And he did say Miss Marie already. This is better in first person.
My boy isn't giving his mother any trouble, is he? Hey, fixed that mobile on his crib the other day. Why don't you give it a spin?
Fans of the franchise will recognize that from Fallout 3,
That's my boy, on his best behavior. Just
when
like
you
his
were a
dad.
baby in Fallout 3.
Well, most of the time. Listen, after breakfast, I was thinking we could head to the park for a bit. Weather should hold up.
Sure,
Yeah,
sounds like fun.
Sounds like fun.
Sir, Mum, you should come and see this.
Codsworth? What's wrong?
Well, I guess we better go back in here.
Yes, followed by flashes, blinding flashes, sounds of explosions. We're trying to get confirmation. We seem to have lost contact with
What
our
did he
authority
say?
stations.
Oh no.
We do have coming in. That's confirmed reports. I repeat, confirmed reports of nuclear detonations in New York and Pennsylvania. My God.
Oh my god.
We need to get to the vault. Now!
I've got Sean. Let's go.
Codsworth, stay safe, honey.
And your family as well, Mum? Oh, my. Goodbye, Mum. May I say what an honor it's been to serve you and your family.
Likewise, Codsworth.
Residents of Sanctuary Hills,
Because they,
you are registered.
there's been nuclear warnings in
Vault 111 immediately.
Pennsylvania and somewhere else, so everyone is escaping. Now, for anyone that's thinking what happens if you go this way and not to the vault, which is that way, basically the nuke hits you and you die.
Residents of Sanctuary Hills,
So you have to go this way with everyone else.
Just help me pack it up.
The world's gonna end. Just get to the vault.
It'll be all I have left. Check in at the gate if you're in the program. That's absurd. I am
Not on the list. You don't get in.
I'm going in. You
All
can't
his years of
stop.
service in the Vault Tech rep isn't even allowed in.
Okay. I've been fighting the guys.
If you're in the program,
Sad when you think about it.
Otherwise, return home.
We need to get in. We're on the list.
Infant,
Infant,
adult male, adult
adult
female.
male, adult
Okay, go
female.
ahead.
Okay, go ahead.
Sorry, it's just, you can't. The amount of characters I've made on this game and then deleted and then remade again.
Everything we can. Now keep moving.
You wouldn't believe how many times I've heard that.
Step on the platform in the center.
Sorry about the voice as well, my throat. Like, it was fine when I started the recording.
Almost there.
And then,
Is Sean okay?
like clockwork,
fine.
every time it suddenly gets
We're gonna
phlegmy
be okay.
or dry or whatever.
Oh my god!
I have tea here, but it doesn't really help that much.
Hold on!
did it. We made it. We're okay.
Everyone please step off the elevator and proceed up the stairs in an orderly fashion.
No need to worry, folks. We'll get everyone situated in your new home.
Vault
Vault
111. A better future.
Better future.
Underground.
Underground.
So we just...
Yes, up the stairs.
I can't believe it.
They say that in like Fallout 3 as well.
No, don't get caught up thinking about that. You're safe now.
Vault 111, welcome home. Proceed in an orderly fashion.
This way. This way, please. Man, good. Step over to the table and take a seat. Just this way. Welcome.
You'll need your suit.
Pick up a suit right over there.
Thanks. What now? Just follow the doctor here. He'll show you where to go.
All right, you three. Follow me.
See? This is our new home.
Oh, I have to say one thing.
This is one of our most advanced facilities. Not that the others aren't great, mind you.
It's gone. Our home. Everything we had.
My mother and father down in D.C.
When I get a chance and there's no one talking, I want to say
How
something.
long do you think we'll be down here?
Oh, we'll be going over all that in orientation. Just a few medical items we have to get through first.
Good fit.
Just checking everyone
The
off
vault
the list.
suit is
as they
designed to
come
be
in.
fashionable as well as comfortable.
Prepared for the future, right?
Such a lovely family you have. I hope you'll see this as your new home.
Prepared for the future is a Vault Tech reference. It's one of their slogans. Their mottos.
Just step in here and put your vault suit on.
It'll be okay.
Who's my little guy, huh? I'm not going far. I'll just be over there.
There she is, see? Mommy's not going far.
All set? Just step inside and put on your vault suit.
Okay. So what I was gonna say. I think Bethesda is great at this, but in every Fallout game that I've played, Bethesda is very good, like probably the best, at making it so that every faction in the game can be seen as the good guys as well as being able to see them as the bad guys. So it really does leave it up to the player to decide which he or she prefers to join. For instance, the Brotherhood of Steel. They're quite brash and rude to outsiders. But their motto is like taking technology so that humanity can't repeat the mistakes it made in the past. For instance, the nukes that destroyed half of the planet. So they hold technology so that no one else can use it for bad purposes. So whilst their goal is a good goal, I also see that they're a bit of a bunch of pricks. Even though I love the Brotherhood of Steel as a faction, I also see that it's very easy to see them as the bad guys as well. And another example of that is like the Institute. Now the Institute, I'm going to shut up there because I don't want to spoil it. I'll talk about it once we actually meet the Institute, because for the time being none of you know what the Institute is. If, say you were new to this recording, you'd have no idea who this Institute that I keep mentioning is, so I'm going to shut up until it becomes apparent to talk about them. Basically though, the Brotherhood of Steel, like, in Fallout 3, they were bad guys, and it was actually the outcasts that got kicked out of the Brotherhood for not following the Brotherhood's rules that actually were the good guys. Which is kind of ironic considering they were outcast. And the actual Brotherhood of Steel itself were the ones that were douchebags and were rude to anyone that wasn't part of their ranks. So I just thought that was a little bit of an interesting thing that I find that Bethesda can do. I mean, like, Fallout New Vegas, the NCR, the New Californian Republic, they're like policemen and guards across the Mojave Wasteland. But then you have Caesar's Legion, or Kaiser's Legion. It's pronounced both ways in the game, so it's anyone's interpretation of how to pronounce it. Caesar's Legion, as I call them, well, even though I like kind of switching between the both, the Caesar or Caesar's Legion, like say that the NCR call them Caesar's Legion, the Legion themselves call them, they'll say stuff like, "Are we true to Caesar?" So you know. But yeah, anyway, the Legion are basically like the Roman Empire. They go around slaving, pillaging, and burning stuff. But they're there's a way that you could technically see them as good guys. I don't see them as being good guys. I see the NCR as the good guys, but it is possible from a certain perspective that because of the way Bethesda flesh out their all their factions in the games that they make, there's ways you can see everybody as the good guys. And I just love that about Bethesda. They leave the decision making up to you. They just give you the tools to make that decision. Anyway, so let's get in a decon pod. Sorry for talking for so long, going on the assumption that you're new to Fallout, I thought it was good to give you a little background information.
Time for a whole new life.
Resident secure. Occupant vitals normal. Procedure complete.
I'm gonna mute for a sec.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Sorry about that, my throat just got really phlegmy. Oh.
This is the one. Here.
Open it. Almost. Everything's going to be fine. I got it. Let the boy go. I'm only going to tell you once. I'm not giving you shot. Get the kid out of here. Let's go. At least we still have the backup.
Oh yeah, I forgot you can... Damn it, I forgot I could smack the cryopod, the glass part, and go like, and try and hit it, but it doesn't solve anything. See, for anyone that's playing this game and they're gonna make several characters, as long as they're the same gender, I'll show you a little trick in a little while. Yeah, like that I could hit it.
Cryogenic array. All residents must vacate immediately.
Oh, I should mention as well, while I have the ability to have mods, an update is required in order to continue. Oh. I thought this was updated. Anyway, while I have the ability to have mods, I don't actually have any installed. I'm playing pure vanilla, as they call it.
Come on. There has to be a release. Come on, come on, come on. Oh, God.
Sorry about gulping a lot, it's just very phlegmy. Okay, so you see Nate here, if I click on him, I take his ring.
Who did this. And I'll get Sean back.
I literally have no idea what taking the ring does. Like, you can't marry people in game. So, I guess you just take it as a memento. There's also in total there's 3 vault suits you can get. One is in here. I did used to use this thing called the cheat room, which is really good, but I don't know, one day I just decided I didn't want to mod the game anymore. As you can see, I've got fists out. I could take that, but it makes it so that every time you equip it, like put it in your inventory, it auto-equips it, and I hate that. I should say as well, a lot of this game will be looting. So, you can kind of expect me to loot a lot. For a second I thought that was something. Here it is, the first enemy, a red roach. And a highly irradiated cockroach. Another thing as well, guys.
Giant roaches.
If you click on this terminal here,
What the hell?
and you press square, there's a tape called Red Menace. But if you press, you can click to play it. I forget what this is based on, but I think Donkey Kong. Oh, and there's a trophy you get for doing it, or an achievement if you're Xbox. So basically, I won't spend a lot of time playing this at all, I'm just showing you guys what it's like. I actually don't bother with any of these little mini games. So see, that's the first level done. That's basically it. I'm gonna exit the game. And if I press square, I can eject the tape, and see there it says Red Menace added. And that basically means that you can play it on your Pip-Boy when you get your Pip-Boy. On this game I like to switch between first and third person. So you can kind of expect me to go between one and the other a lot. You can cook meat and it gives you experience. So I'm going to take these stim bags. I will take this gun, but what usually I do is I scrap it so that it doesn't auto-equip it. There's also another gun in here and some ammo. This is what the gun looks like in first person. And you see this cryolator here.
Nice.
Basically it's a flamethrower, but instead of being flame it shoots liquid nitrogen, which freezes people. And you can upgrade it at some point, I think, so that it shoots like snowballs. Which is kind of... I was going to make an area look like Christmassy and have the cryolator for when it's Christmas time, but I never got around to it. Okay, so there's some stuff here that I'll click on if you want to read it. You can pause the video. A short-term assignment. Non-resident personnel are expected to carry out research duties and basic maintenance of the vault while awaiting other all-clear signal. So, after 180 days, everyone gets evacuated. Basically. Okay, so overseer's log. Preparations. October 23rd. Systems malfunction. No all clear signal. They're nearing the end of the 180-day mandatory shelter period. And then there's a mutiny. Wow, I didn't realise there was a mutiny here. Okay, so the bottom one opens the tunnel, which is that door there. And this thus leads us away. If you look here, there's a lot of red roaches. The place is literally infested with them. I collect the meat because you can cook it. There's also one round the corner, if I remember rightly. No, I must have killed him already. Okay. Quick reload. There's one here too.
What happened here? Where is everyone?
And here we get our Vault Boy. Pip-Boy. Sorry. As you can see, my Pip-Boy is pink. I mean, I've got a creation club content that also means I can change the colour of the actual Pip-Boy itself, but the screen is pink. Like, Bethesda listen to what people want. I'm sure a lot of people have been asking for... Let's put the new suit on instead. Have been asking for the ability to change Pip-Boys, and like, they have a tendency, if they see someone mod something, they'll add it in. So there you see I've got a Pip-Boy now and a cleaner suit. So we hit this, and it takes us into first person to show us this. Vault door remote access, ready. Smack.
Vault door cycling sequence initiated.
Okay, so
Stand back.
as I said, there's 3 vault suits, including the one you start wearing. The third one is here. I like to do this, just stand on the very edge of this platform. It's not really a trick or anything, it's just... I find it interesting. Okay, so the game creates a save when you're just up there, which I will demonstrate. Yeah, save 1, Pinky Marie, Vault, blah blah blah. So that's the save. Basically, I use that save if I'm creating another character of the same gender, because here in a sec it asks you, do you want to change your stats, your name, and your appearance. So it gives us the final chance to change the way we look. In this case, I remembered that I was gonna change my eyelashes, I think it was. Face. Eyes. Eyelids, no. It's eyes. Do I like those? I should have tired eyes, I'm always tired. Yes, that's me. I'm just like, ugh. Anyway, jokes aside. You can also make your eyes more. And I hope this doesn't come across as offensive to anyone, because I don't judge people ever. But you can make your eyes slanted, tilted, I don't know what the phrase. You can make yourself look more Asian, let's say. And I hope that doesn't offend anyone. So was it rested 5 I seen? No, I think the standard ones are better. My eyes actually, like, I'll show you how you do that. So if I click eyes and X, L1 and R1 make it more or less tilted. I think mine are kind of like that. I don't know, I don't look in the mirror that often. Well, I do, but I don't. you know, it's those things that you don't really pay attention to. So anyway, I swear you could have changed the eyelashes, but I don't know. Eyelids top. Type. Oh yeah, eyebrows, I need to change those as well. Mine are kinda like that, but not as much. Oh god, they look very male. Actually, I think it's average that I usually go for. That's kinda more like it. Sculpt, lift them up slightly. Yeah, I think that's more like me. Not that I am an expert at how I look. I think everyone like envisions themselves looking different to what they actually look like. Okay, so anyway, I guess I can't change the eyelashes like I thought I could. Or maybe I'll figure it out later. So let's click finished. And basically, like I was saying, the little trick that I was going to show you guys is, if you make several characters and they're the same gender, just use that save one, it's usually called. And then when you get to that bit where you change your character and that, just change your character, and then when you rename your character, the next save will, like, you see it says Gage, Pinky, Marie, and then Zero the Assassin. It'll put it in its own separate, like, kind of folder. Creation Club mission, as is the Transdogrifier. Doom Marine Creation Club. Doom's made by Bethesda as well. Military Backpack is a mod. No, it's not a mod. It's a Creation Club thing, but I call it a mod because a long time ago there was a mod that basically was the exact same thing. But that's a Creation Club thing. So basically a lot of this stuff, like the Morgan spacesuit and the From Hell, that's to do with the Doom thing. The BFG 9000 is a gun from Doom. The Gauss rifle prototype I think is linked in with the... No, it's not. They're separate. Anyway, all this stuff that's popping up is Creation Club stuff. And guys, I'm gonna leave the first video here, but I'm gonna continue on and create another video. So if you like this content, guys, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And hit that notification bell if you haven't already, to make sure that you see when I upload. So yeah. Thanks guys for watching. Love you all, stay awesome. Keep trying to make the world a better place, and we will one day do it. Bye guys.